Alright. 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 So guys, today's gonna be kind of a short stream. It looks like there's a tropical storm headed this way tomorrow. And they've declared a state of emergency here in the south side of the US. So yeah. I was trolling through Steam and I found this very intriguing looking game called Betweenside. And I was just like, huh. Choices matter, gothic, story-driven. This seems like the perfect game to play while you're like waiting for your impending demise. Or just rain, because you know, Texas weather never makes any sense. But here we go. Here we go. Betweenside. Betweenside. Not sure how long this game is going to be, but it didn't look like it's going to be super long. Also, it looks like you can actually rewrite history in this game. So I'm... Oh. Oh. Looks like we're already in this. What's this? Can we sprint? Negative, Chief. We cannot sprint. Do we have legs? No, no, we're just... Monday, January 10, 1921, 11:48 p.m. Ain't right, the elderly caretaker had said. Wait, you're like typing way too fast. Said, nosing around his keepsake at this hour. Why, you asked? My train leaves for London early tomorrow morning. I have no time for superstition. You'll conjure up a ghost or something in the dark. Give yourself a fright, the caretaker sighed. Vincent, Mr. Tresillian? Oh, that's an interesting name. You shook your head and smiled. Then thanked the caretaker for his help finding the room, then left the caretaker in silence. I'm gonna be nice, because I would thank somebody. I can rewrite history. How am I rewriting it? You thank the caretaker for his help. This is like Goosebumps. The room, if not for his condescension. 2 days previous, the patriarch of this grand family home, Vincent Tresillian, died. He was survived. Already could use a little bit of work on the translation. I can already tell that this was not written originally in English. I would love to help the developers with this. He was survived only by his late sister's children, a niece and 2 nephews, all just beginning adulthood. You have been employed as family attorney to execute the will. A job completed once you have inventoried the items bequeathed by their uncle. I see. For the past couple of years, Mr. Tresillian refused to leave his chamber. All his valued possessions lie inside the room in which he lived and died. How is everything going to change? How's everything going to change? I'm legitimately interested. Okay. Oh, and then it goes back to just normal. Looks like I can interact with damn near everything here. Look at this. A sword. I'm going to interact with a sword. I can't interact with a sword. Are these interacty things? Oh, yep, sure they are. Vincent, what was that place in Paris called? Henry said. It was noon in some distant province, and we were sharing the shade. 2 soldiers missing the cold embrace of Europe. This is very poetic. The one where you got cockeyed and absinthe? On absinthe? I don't know what that means. What is absinthe? Yes, and you talked them out of calling the police. Was it the Subcontinental? The Sanguine Bar, maybe? No, it was called the... Time to finish the memory. Oh! It's letting me type? Well, it's legitimately letting me type. The pizza pie. Yes. The pizza pie. The end. What? It's like... Why is it letting me type? I already love it. I already love every moment of this. Yes, the pizza pie. The end. The pizza pie. You look out the window onto the street below. It is dark and raining heavily, but in the glow of a solitary street lamp, you think you make out a figure, about as tall as you are. Its features are impossible to determine, but it is staring at you. There is something off about the figure, almost human. Wave at the figure. Hi! You raise your left hand in greeting. The edges of the creature distort and convulse, yet its body remains motionless. Too motionless. Like a dead thing, its gaze remains fixed on yours. Oh, there it is! Hi! I honestly feel like this would make an interesting VR game. Maybe idea in the future, developers? Okay, what's in here? What's in here? My caretaker came to me one last Friday afternoon. Mr. Tresillian, sir. If it pleases you, may I have this evening off? Of course you may, Joanne, I said over my newspaper. Are you headed to the fete? Feet? Fete. Fete! I am, sir, yes. I am, sir, yes. Taking anyone with you? Yes. I will be meeting, a friend. A friend. A lady friend, is it? In a manner of speaking, sir. Oh, I see. Joanne left for the evening, leaving me alone to my demons. I retired to my chamber to consider my oblivion. I can legit just rewrite the past. Let me rewrite the past. What? Oh my god. Joanne. No. You're you're working until you're dead. There. A camphor trunk from the island of Java. Its contents are of no value. Spare sheets and covers. The trunk itself, however, is an object much desired. Oh, I was hoping like he'd respond to me. Because I said, no, you're working until you're dead. Delicate I am not the worst boss ever. I'm just being honest. Okay. Delicate depictions of devilish detail adorn the lid. A sketch sent to the valuers was much discussed. Were they religious or merely decorative symbols? Looking now upon the object, you feel they have some deeper purpose. As children, the eldest nephew and niece would amuse themselves with the trunk. Once they played hide-and-seek with a visiting third cousin. The boy was no more than 5. A maid who was dusting the room swore she saw the child enter the trunk and never left in the few minutes it took for the nephew and niece to look inside. It contained only sheets and covers. What? Did he disappear? It was left to the youngest nephew. He was spoken of a desire to turn the trunk into firewood. It was left to the niece who wished to store that which she cannot throw away. It was left to the eldest nephew. As for him, it evokes the contented merriment of childhood. We're gonna give it to the niece so she could hide dead bodies in it. Because apparently she put stuff that cannot be spoken of in there. Yep. Let's see what this is. Vincent, my mother said to me. Why did you hit that boy? I was 9 years old, yet it remains a formative memory. Huh, have I ever hit another boy when I was 9 years old? Probably several. He pushed me and called me names. Did you tell a teacher about this? They said I was making it up. My mother nodded. What did the boy look like as you beat him? Why did she want details of me beating this boy? What kind of sadistic mom do I have? He was crying. And has he called you names since? No. I'm sorry, Anne. No, my mother said. Now you know. Sometimes violence is the... What? Sometimes violence is the answer? She's the worst mom ever. Oh my god. Okay. Live with the pain. Rewrite the past. I'm just gonna live with the pain. She is, not the best mom. Not the best mom, I must say. Literally just told me, yeah, sometimes violence works. A valuable collection of tomes amassed by one afraid of prescribed knowledge. 2 appear to be better tended to, both written under the pseudonym Woolstone. Read the book on the exalted forces of this land. Read the book of the Forgotten Villages. We're gonna read about the village in the leaves. Some places we remember despite our wish to forget, yet many are forgotten when there is a need to pay witness. Few miss the village of Ipcom? Dance is literally dancing. Look at this! It's literally dancing. Where the men did sing in unseemly tunes. Tones? Every summer solstice they would dance until their feet were wet with the blood of the now muddied ground craved. Huh? Blood. Why blood? Then there was, there was Nettlecote, where their children were taught. I am not bad. I know I asked you for, I don't know, it makes my hooves dirty. Oh, Jesus. Then there was Nettlecote, where the children were taught only to obey their mothers, and when their teeth came through, would defy God to consume the fathers who had yet to escape their chains. All these places were gone, their quaint traditions lost to the indifference of time. Warnings unheeded on what good people must sacrifice to dwell on malignant land. You're right. I can't figure out what game I want to play. Listen, guys, there's a tropical storm headed to my city tomorrow, and they declared a state of emergency. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I saw this game. It looked cool, so here we are. All these places gone, their quaint traditions lost to the indifference of time, warnings unheeded on what good people must sacrifice to dwell on malignant land. The books were left to the niece who would learn all the secret places that cannot be perceived by ignorant eyes, yet are known to all. The books were left to the elder nephew who would see that none outside the family would read them and gain advantage. The books were left to the younger nephew who would read them backwards to unlearn, which allows him to see. He would read them backwards. I'm giving it to him. Indeed. Indeed I did. Oh, okay. What? Huh? Huh? What happened? Oh, yeah! I rewrote the past in pizza pie, and now I see pizza pie. Look at this. I wrote pizza pie, and now pizza pie is everywhere. Oh, my God. It's like System of a Down with their pizza pie. I want the pizza pie, the pizza pie, the pizza pie, the pizza pie. I should have wrote pizza pie. I broke the game in the most hilarious pizza pie related way. Oh God. Oh dear God. I can't enter. Why isn't it letting me enter there? Does it not want me to enter there? Wait, do I look through the mirror? Oh. Hey, happy birthday! Hey guys, it's Papyrus's birthday. Happy birthday, Papyrus. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. You're a bug. Happy birthday. What is this? Huh? What did I do? Someone was thumping on the front door. Just a moment, Thomas shouted. He hastened through his dark-lit house as he tied his robe, then threw open the door. Ada? What in heavens is it? The woman at the door struggled to catch her breath. It's your wife, she said. What about Elizabeth? I had a dream. Thomas snorted. A dream? You wake me in a perfectly splendid Sunday morning because you had a bad dream? Listen. Hysterical woman, he scowled. Out with it then. What was this fantasy about? Jesus, dude. Of course, dude. Of course you're part of the family. Of course you get a happy birthday. You're awesome. We love you. I'm going to post it on the Discord, too, so everyone can tell you happy birthday. In fact, go, horse. Go. Tell the villagers that it's Papyrus's birthday on the Discord. I say now. Do as I say now. I stood in the middle of a circle, in a field. Everywhere about me was a red mist, except for the circle. The mist clung to the ground and flickered like it was made of fire. And everything it touched turned to pink dust. Then floated away. Look, he's going! Go, horse! There was singing like an orchestra being tuned, but with a human voice. I turned around and saw a sickening white shape. Its form was like a mockery of your wife. The mist seemed to be coming from it, falling down its contours like a cloak. It flickered like the mist, but stood perfectly still. Then came flashes. I saw blood, a strange vase. I saw an iron beast consume a rustic village. I saw a lawyer! Ah! A lawyer! Ada, you're talking nonsense. Yes. Please, I have to see her. You've never wanted to see her before. Please, Thomas. He sighed then smiled. Fine, if it will cure you of this fantasy. Thomas led Ada upstairs into the chamber. Outside hung a metal key. He unlocked the door and stepped inside. Thomas looked around. He admired his pristine carpets and brand new dresser. Above him hung the portrait of himself he had commissioned. Distinguished. Aristocratic. Then he looked up to the bed. Sheets crinkled. A cushion on the floor. A small but visible stain on the pillow. Where is Elizabeth? No, horse, that's not what I asked you to do. I told you to tell everyone that it's his birthday. Okay. Things are happening. Strange things are happening in this mysterious land we call a game. What's this? What's this then? What's this then? As a young man, I spent some time in Paris. There was a myriad of attractions for a junior officer, and many opportunities for disgrace. The evening I most recall was when I stole the pistol of a famous duelist. Her name was Clemence. Her name was Clemence. Clemence was the famous duelist, guys. Let's duel! Though she did not live up to her namesake. Yeah, I can't imagine Clemence will live up to any namesake. We had been told no man had been hurt in a French duel for 40 years, barring one fool American. Hey! Don't you stereotype me. So it was with no fear that Henry accepted her challenge, a contest for the heart of some gentle mademoiselle. By some miracle, he survived being shot in the chest, while she escaped unscathed. There was such commotion, and in the distraction I thought to pilfer her weapon, lest Henry want a memento. He did not. I obviously want to rewrite the past. Her name was... What her name was, Abakage! Her name was Abakage! Indeed it was. And and so it was written. Abakage, the world's greatest duelist, challenged me to a ramen eating contest. Yes. I won. A crude child's drawing, which must be around 20 years old. In the middle stands Vincent before his retirement. To his left, his sister, but... Oh my god. Abakage, she made a party for me. Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it. She had this plan. She actually told me about it beforehand. Alright. It was given to the younger nephew, who did love his uncle brother, Uncle Grandpa, before the unspeakable act. It was given to the older nephew to remind him of his lost sibling and the price family must pay for status. It was given to the niece who does not need reminding, but would see the sacrifice glamorized. Obviously, I'm gonna go with this guy because he wants to remember. He needs to remember. I've given every gift to the same guy now. Okay. What happened by Elizabeth Tresillian when Liz Huddable was born to a destitute mining town? No problem, Papyrus. Enjoy your birthday. You deserve it. You deserve all the good birthdays. Oh my god. No. I don't think anyone figured much of me. My father raised me as well as he could, but couldn't afford to keep 3 daughters. I met a lad called Tommy, and when I was of age, we married. He joined the army like his dad, and I waited for him while he sought his fortune. When he told me his plans to steal a piece of nobility for ourselves, I shit myself. It was everywhere. I'm like 5. Oh, air. There. Alright. I can't wait to see floating letters that say I shit myself. Oh my god, I'm like 5 years old. Alright. Alright. Looking closely, you can make out words marked on wood through paper by a man with a firm but impatient hand. The desk, while in need for a quick buff and polish, is in fair condition. Vincent had acquired it only recently, replacing the one which had belonged to his mother Anne. It was the last thing that remained from his disappearances. It was left to the niece, who, like her uncle, preferred the warmth of the written word to the bite of the spoken. It was left to the younger nephew, who could spend longer composing his thoughts. It was left to the elder nephew. If he was to shelter from battle behind a desk, it might as well be one of quality. Yeah, he's gonna shelter from battle. I have literally no idea what's going on, by the way. Literally 0. I'm just here for the wicked ride. Wicked ride. And like rewriting history like a 5-year-old, apparently. France, August 16, 1918. Dear Dr. Tresillian, It is my duty to inform you what a report has this day been received from the War Office on the condition of your nephew. Oh, you're typing way too fast. Sydney Leo Tresillian Lanzel. During an attack made on the German position last Thursday, August 8th, Major Lanzel of the 1st Cavalry Division was hit by a piece of a shell and wounded severely. He was taken to a hospital in haste and has been receiving care. However, I am informed that his chances of survival are low. His brother, Lieutenant Lanzel, has been unable to take time from the Admiralty to visit the Major. He has been attended by his commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Sanderson. Colonel Sanders! Oh, so that's where he's been all this time. Who wishes to pass on his sincere condolences. Live with this pain. You open the wardrobe to find Vincent Tresillian's collection of outfits. Most are black, for that was the fashion that came upon him in his waning years. Each garment bore witness to a story. The excess of a Duke Windermere's winter solstice? What was the Duchess thinking to hold her summer party in spring? Where would a minor royal acquire so many corpses anyway? Old clothes are of little monetary value, but one might find nostalgic pleasure in owning them. I'm gonna leave everything to the younger nephew. There's a flag over here. Huh. I wonder if you can re-interact with the same stuff you've already interacted with. No, it doesn't look like it. I guess you only get one chance with each interacty thingy. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I sat at the bar of my London club. I wonder what'll happen if I just give everything to the same person. Champagne iced, he replied. And for you, sir? The bartender turned to me. Alcohol was not my vice, so I said, apple juice, sir. Apple juice. Apple juice will do. Why am I saying these things? An aging piece of paper containing a simple composition. You are no expert, but the melody seems well constructed. It bears the signature of Vincent Tresillian. This must have been from one of his younger days, when he tried to challenge his course. His compositions were supposed to have been burnt with his independence. I'm scared about the storm coming my way, by the way, guys. This tropical storm is going to be very interesting. I hope it doesn't happen while I'm driving, though. Knowing my luck, it's going to happen exactly when I'm driving. It's already starting to turn dark. I wonder when this storm is supposed to hit. Not being mentioned in the will, you have the piece published posthumously. Posthumously? Posthumous! I don't know what that means. You decide to give it to the niece as keeper of her uncle's secrets. You decide to give it to the elder nephew who could have tried harder. You decide to give it to the younger nephew as hope and warning. He should have tried harder, so I'm giving it to that guy. It's gonna rain bananas. What happened if it rained hay, horse? How would you feel about that? Click and hold left mouse button to use... What? Oh. Are things changing now? Ooh. Oh, okay. And that's a different picture now. Huh. Oh, what the shit? Why is there a tree here? Get out of here, tree. There was a bed there a second ago. I'm gonna see what happens if I interact with a tree. I can't interact with the tree. How do I interact with anything? Did I break the game? Was this not supposed to happen so randomly? Oh god. Lighter. Get your shit together. All the little orbs are running away from me. Where are you going? Come back. I love you. Oh. Huh? Challenged. Juice. Huh? What? Challenged. Yes. Yes, indeed. I have literally no idea what's happening. Greatest was challenged. Your. Huh? Was apple. Pizza. I'm not. I didn't mean to make a mockery of this game. Shit! It literally said shit! Hang on. Written, was, working, juice, dead, was, Indeed, the pizza bike. Oh, God. I don't know why I make a mockery of games like this. I feel like there's supposed to be some, like, deep, intricate story, but I, like, just... I... Look at the words I wrote. Challenged with 2 D's. Eating. It and. Challenged was... What, Zen, why do you buy all these random games and never beat the ones on your list? I swear, shit! It said shit. Myself. Shit myself challenged. Woman. Ramen. Challenged. What is this thing? Ooh. Worlds. Your apple was worlds. What is this? What have I done? Huh? The hunchman dragged himself up the polished wooden stairs. He gasped as he neared the top, placing a hand under his right breast. The wound had never truly healed. He conquered the last few steps and then straightened back to his imposing height. What was I saying? I said a lot of things. I talked about apple juice. I talked about Abakage being the ultimate duelist. I talked about shitting myself, apparently. I said a lot of things. I rewrote history in the most amazing way possible. I am a true author. I'm a literary genius, you could say. I'm everything and nothing. There's so many things, guys. There's so many things. Okay. Inside the room, a young man sat cross-legged on the floor, motionless. For God's sake! The voice outside snapped. There was a bang as he tried to force the door open. The young man remained motionless. You're acting like a child! Your wife and your stepmother are worried wretched! Where did you learn to be such a brat? The young man remained motionless. Oh, shit. Huh? Wait, what? What'd I do? I don't know what you're talking about anymore. A final time he tried turning the brass handle. There's a sigh, then the heavy steps again, getting quieter. Everything was silent once more. A small gust of wind came under the door, scattering the papers that carpeted the floor. That rhymed! Everything was silent once more. A small gust of wind came from under the door, scattering the papers that carpeted the floor. Oh my God, I'm like Linkin Park. One landed in the smoldering fireplace and began to burn. The last words cremated were, "To my boy." That wasn't a rhyme. Above the fireplace, the painting of the father looked down as a juddering, not human, knelt by his only son. I think I lost it. It's no longer a rap. She felt his ice-cold cheeks, then left the body be. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think there's only a couple interacty things left. Oh, no, there's a shit ton of interacties. Look at all these interacties. Look at them all. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Let me write. Okay. My father's family. My Samuel Tresillian. I don't remember when it became clear that I wasn't like other boys. I wasn't old money. I don't remember when we moved into the house we, after minutes of residency, called our ancestral home, nor when my mother was swapped for a nobler wife. Swapped for a nobler wife. She knew the lie. I am sure of it. She knew that the Ika was a jerk all along. Indeed. You search Vincent's dresser. It is filled with clothes of middle to decent quality, though all long out of fashion. Shirts, underpants, trousers. No, not trousers. Pantaloons! Pantaloons? As you are about to give up uncovering an item worth noting in the inventory, you feel a small box at the bottom of the sock drawer. Small, wooden, plain. You open it to find a folded piece of paper inside. Unfurl the paper and read it. illegible smear of text. Water must have gotten on the letter. I will be taking the train to Dover in the morning. It is the 8:49. I don't expect you to be there to say goodbye. All things end, for good and bad, and for a time we were happy. I don't agree with your decision, but I understand it. Your family and career have always come first. At least we were happy. Perhaps one day people will understand. Return the letter to its hiding place. What's this? Each little object in the room has got a story. Thank you for allowing me to stay at the estate over the summer. You were a gracious host, and I found penzance? Penzance? Penzance to be the most agreeable at this time of year. I have given some thought to what you told me. While I profess not to be an expert in these matters, I fear you may be reading too much into our history. My great-grandfather, while a noble and intelligent man, was not one for keeping intricate records. To be truthful, I am not sure there to be a family of standing in all of England who could fully explain the origins of their wealth. I hope this does not displease you. This is simply is my view on the matter. Your adoring niece, Frances. Frances is a niece's name? I thought Frances was a boy's name. I'm going to live with the pain of Frances being a girl's name. Winston. I was about to say Winston from Overwatch. Vincent Tresillian's collection of medals, testifying his long service as the Empire in the Anglo-Zulu and First Boer War. Is that a thing? His sister had hoped to spare her children from the family's military tradition, for it had taken too many of her brothers. The one that remained she no longer recognized, yet creation has a way of taking blood. Owed it from ancient transgressions. Oh, okay, sure. Yet creation has a way of taking blood owed to it from ancient transgressions and ill-favored deals. They were left to the older nephew who wanted the box to place his own medal and bravely earned behind a desk in Whitehall. I gotta see this. Then why do you buy all these random games and never beat the ones on your list? I swear, shit! It said shit. Myself. Shit myself challenged. Oh. I beat a lot of the games that I have on my list. I was gonna do golfing over today, but then this game popped up and I was like, oh, this looks like not a challenging game. That shouldn't take me too long to beat. Okay, let's go. After the incident, I had willfully blighted each thing and each person that made me whole. I boarded a vessel back to the colonies. Her Majesty's ship Ipcombe Chicombe CQB. I think it was called Captain Hewitt's Command. A friend of the family. One assumes he kept my father informed of the situation. The journey was bleak. I kept at a safe distance from the other souls. A British soldier does not cry, so I shouted and punched and whined and raged and... What? I'm gonna live with the pain of a British soldier whining and raging and crying like a Call of Duty kid. The history of my esteemed family was Vincent Tresillian's final work. It is comprehensive, covering their humble working roots through their trespass into respectability. It includes an account of his mother's aunt, Mary Ellen Sneath. I was gonna say Snatch. A scholar and prolific writer, much respected in her own time. Any good student of ancient history and forgotten knowledge will know her early work, yet her later writings were seen as too metaphysical. Few copies survive of her study of the Roman blood emperor, nor the rituals of forgotten villages, nor the purposes of great forests. I never said that. You said that. Spells and dances, songs and ceremonies filled these tomes. I was gonna say circumcised. I can't read. I'm so unable to read right now. She was ostracized from society, but never her family, who embraced her new understanding. Perhaps there was something to her superstition, might I add. The draft manuscript was completed on the day of Vincent Tresillian's death, and is only in need of a competent editor. The younger nephew would learn of the crimes of his ancestors that he might work to undo them. The elder nephew would see it modified. Their enemies do not need to know of their base lineage, nor less virtuous acts. The niece would see it published in full according to her uncle's wishes. No, they will never learn of our enemies. Okay, let's go. X gonna give it to you. What? Oh! Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I can do this. I can light a lighter. I can light a... God, I keep missing. There. See? Easy. Easy. Okay. These sections are always so strange. Okay. Oh, there's Shadow. Shadow Man. Hang on. Let me just get this goddamn lighter to work. Oh my god, I keep missing. There. These sections aren't actually supposed to be difficult. Oh god. It's skinny Abraham Lincoln. Oh, okay. Just sure, knock my lighter out. It's skinny Abraham Lincoln. Hey Lincoln, how you doing? It looks like Bart. Oh, my lighter went out. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a sandwich. Okay. I can do this. Let me get this there. Oh, where's that ball going? Where's that ball going? Time to get the ball rolling. God damn it. All these stupid jokes. You hear that? I hear a little bit of music in the background. Ooh, how pristine. Yeah, this music perfectly exemplifies how melancholy this experience is right now. Because I suck at lighting lighters, apparently. What? What was that? There was a thingy. Huh? Don't do that. Oh, ramen. Did you see that? Indeed, ramen. Ramen writing. Ika! Ika, you were right there. Look at that. Your, myself, by myself. Jerk. Jerk. Okay. Goodbye, horse. Goodbye. Pizza pie. I am not being bad. I've picked a game I can't die. Abakage! What the? Why is there bugs everywhere? I don't understand this game at all. Okay. A wine glass slipped gracefully to the floor, bursting into shimmering shards, and a rose red tide. Cabernet soaked into the... Cabernet? Is this an alcoholic beverage by any chance? The thick Turkish fabric of the hall carpet. The guest turned to consider their clumsy host. His forehead was in his hand, his skin white as ivory. Tears ran down his face and arm, though he remained silent. Eliza rose from her seat and went to his side. Are you well, Tobias? He shook his head. Anne, take your father to his chamber. A young woman grabbed the man and dragged him out of the door. The door remained quiet as the guests heard their slow thumping progress up the stairs. Do you think your husband will be joining us for dinner? An acquaintance of Tobias asked as the gathering returned to its conversation. Eliza smiled reassuringly. I am so sure of it. I am so sure of nothing. I have no idea what's going on. His forehead with his hand sounds like Zen. Yep, Zen streams obviously make the most face palms. I hold that medal proudly. The man nodded and returned to his assembled clique on the far side of the hall. A teenage boy cautiously approached Eliza. Is there anything I can do to help, he asked? Eliza glared at her son. If it had been expected of you to speak, Stefan, I would have left the room. Damn, Mom, you're terrible. Is there anything I can do to help you, Mom? Stefan, if I needed your help, I would have left the room. Jesus, Mom. To my dearest Uncle Vincent, I hope you are well. You just returned from India, I hear. We must meet to discuss how the company is doing. The business of ivory truly fascinates me. Since the passing of poor Mama, I found myself in difficulties. In my state of mourning, I may have accidentally taken on a debt with a cad. A cad? A kid. Next month I shall have this money. However, he refuses to listen to reason. And wait, could I impose on you a loan of £10? I shall reimburse you in full by the 14th or the 26th. Mother would have surely assisted me. Alas, my obstinate sister Frances, who will not speak to me on matters of speculation, has control of my inheritance. Your loving and affectionate nephew, James. Rewrite the past. No, we're not leaving it that way. James sounds like a Super Saiyan douche. The train journey from London was harsh, and it is time you had a break. A short rest might heal your tired soul and aching limbs. You sit down and relax into the chair, then take in the room. Perhaps it is not so spooky at all. You think as your muscles loosen. Light wanes as your eyes droop. Just a few minutes peace. Then you shall get back to your task. Your eyes jerk open as a force pulls you down. Grabbing the armrest, you struggle to free yourself. Yet you are drawn further into the folds of the chair. The room grows distant and damn, what the? This sounds like Get Out. Jesus, I'm sinking into a chair, and you fall between the cushions into a place of darkness. Yeah, this sounds exactly like Get Out. Black surrounds you. You cannot tell ground from sky, yet you are standing on something. This sounds exactly like Get Out. There is sound, mechanical, steam, and industry. In the distance, you see a train. Damn, we should have watched Get Out. It's the evil chair. There's the evil chair. Don't remind me. God, you're making me paranoid. A babbling brook. Laughter, a scream. You see an oak tree. Chair's probably made out of oak. Go to the train. Go to the tree. I'm gonna go to the train. You move towards the train. It appears to get closer, faster than you are walking. A door opens as you near, and you climb inside. The seats are empty. Sitting down next to a window, you look out at the Onyx world. Onyx? The Pokemon? Then feel a tapping at your shoulder. You look around. A figure. Indistinct, but wearing a railway uniform. Do you have your ticket? The bizarre splitting sound that emerges from his face seems to ask, give it your ticket. I have a ticket? Well, shit. You remove the return ticket to London from the inside pocket of your jacket. The figure looks at it and shakes its head. It does a staccato dance? The hell's a staccato dance? Seems to say this ticket is not valid on this service. You'll have to purchase a new one. Where are you going? London, Paddington. I'm afraid this service does not stop at Paddington Station. I can only sell you a ticket to Limbo, Lust, Gluttony, Greed, Wrath, Heresy, Violence, Fraud, Treachery, or Clapham Junction. I'm going to go to Clapham. That sounds awesome. I'll take a ticket to Clapham Junction if it pleases you. Very good, sir. The monster's facial, The creature hands you a ticket. You take and examine it. Blank. Looking back up, the thing is gone. There's a jolt as the train begins its journey. Though with such a uniform environment, no movement can be discerned with your eyes. A few minutes pass before the train shudders to a halt. You look out and see a station sign. Penzance. That's where the Tresillian estate is. Is that how I got here? That's where the Tresillian estate is. You need to get back there. Before you can leave your seat, a figure sits down beside you, trapping you against the window. The train again starts to move. This new figure is unlike the other. Distinct, human. At first, you think it may be Vincent. The resemblance is there, but no. You have seen this man before. The portrait in Tresillian's chamber. He is Vincent's great-grandfather. He's alive. Thomas Tresillian, who made the family fortune and began the military tradition. The ancestor sits motionless, staring forward. Ask him how his day's been. Your mouth hangs open, yet no sound emerges. I feel like that would have been the answer either way. The patriarch's head turns, and there is fury in his eyes, though they cannot be seen. He balls up his fist and shoves it in your throat. Jesus Christ! He shoves it in your throat. My God, what kind of Lovecraftian shit? Trying to push it down your throat. What the fuck? He's angry, and he's just like, screw you. You gag and struggle against the arm, driving it out. With force, you push the man, and he falls into the aisles. As the figure regains his composure, you stand up from your seat. The great-grandfather faints, then swings at you. What the balls? Why, Mr. Grandfather, man? You dodge the wrong way and catch his fist with your face. Oh, man. It's like I'm playing Enter the Gungeon. Your vision blurs as you are knocked back, but you save yourself from falling. The man comes in for another strike, but you lash out. You push him. He falls backwards, his head hitting an armrest on the way down. You hear a crack as his neck twists. A woman screams, Prometheus! From behind you, turning around, you see a formless figure charging. Its geometry seeming to flicker and change as it hears. You try to run but cannot move. It engulfs you. All is black. You open your eyes. What the balls just happened? You open your eyes. Still in Tresillian's room in the armchair, must have fallen asleep. Getting up, you put your hand to your nose. Blood? What the... Am I dying in my dreams? What kind of Inception crap is this? Well, we're almost done with all of them. Every time I look, there's like 80 more, I swear. My sole friend in boarding school and I sat in the refectory. The refectory? Would you rather, the boy asked, die from being shot in the bum or stabbed in the eye? I said, I would rather die from being shot in the bum. Giggity. I would rather die from being shot in the eye with a knife to the bum. I don't know why I said that. You happy? I died. You happy, Ika? You got your wish. Vincent secretly adored music. It was one of his few surviving passions. Everything possible. Seems a little bit extreme if I do say so myself. His love of song was not always so private. In boarding school, the flute was a solitary vice. Vincent's young military career was defined by abrasive silence, waiting days or weeks between orders. In the grinding dark forts, he sustained light by escaping to his inner world. He would imagine himself playing the melodies he knew, and when he ran out, began to think of new ones. While injured, he began to write them down. For 3 months, he convalesced in London. He met a young artist called Alphonse and took up lodgings with him. Vincent was encouraged by his new partner to own his craft. He had a natural improvisational talent in composition. The next Schubert? Alphonse called him. Vincent resigned his commission from the military. Vincent could not bring himself to resign. He could not bring himself to resign. He's a baby. He couldn't resign. Vincent had not the strength to take a path other than the one charted for him. Yet parting from a bright future to return to the dark was perhaps harder. He returned to the colonies. Despite having another week of recovery before he was to return, he could not bear to stay in London any longer. He wrote to his mother, Anne Tresillian, while en route, though she was not there to receive his letter. The phonograph appears worn from being near constant use. You try to turn it on, but it will not. Cranking it does not help, and you give up. You are sure you heard it play not long ago. Still, it seems to be in a serviceable condition, and a professional could no doubt see it working. It was left to the younger nephew to help him feel elsewhere. Yes. Yes, quite. There's a painting up there. I'm gonna see the painting real quick. Wait, this? What's this? My career serving our queen was not always spent in foreign fields. For a time, I barracked in London. I was going to say Japan. Why was I going to say Japan? Can I not read? I'm going to live with the pain of not being able to read. On the desk lies a letter unopened, addressed to Vincent Tresillian. Odd, he made a habit of opening his correspondence in the morning, and died quite suddenly in the evening. Since then, all mail had been forwarded to his niece. Why is this here? And why did you not open it? It is your duty as the family attorney to ensure there are no outstanding matters that Vincent failed to take care of. As such, you need to open the letter. Open the letter. You slide your thumb under the fold and drag it across the envelope, freeing the paper from the adhesive. As you reach inside to remove the letter, you feel a sting. A paper cut, in fact. You suck your thumb. Nobody heard me say that. Then remove the missive. While the sepia tint of the paper hints at age, it feels stiff and new as you unfold it. The message is written in large and smudged letters, as if written by finger. The ink is salmon pink. It simply reads, "Then die from the paper cut. Well, shit. In death, no dread. But after, see you soon. Woolston." But that is your name. Okay. What's this? Vincent, tell me a horror story. Reading is a horror story. Once upon a time, I said, there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end. A painting by a respected London artist, commissioned by Vincent's grandfather, Samuel, before he disappeared. It depicts the Tresillians' ancestral county of Cornwall. Cornwall? Not as you saw it from the train, but from before the blemish of smog and industry. Vincent had little time for we're going with this one. I don't think that's how horror stories work. Not according to Patrick Starr. Okay. Oh. There it goes. There goes the ball. Come back here, ball. Where do you think you're going? I wonder if the Shadow Man is still there. Oh, he ain't there no more. Oh, there goes the ball again. Where is that ball going? I don't understand. I honestly don't even sincerely understand these sections. Oh, okay. It's turned into a mask. Where is it going? Don't know what it's doing. Oh, it's turned into a wine glass. Okay. Can I interact with the wine glass by any chance? No. Oh. I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. Oh, there's a spider. Greatest sounds everywhere. Abakage, I. Aunt Mary stared into the mirror. Her reflection smiled, and she did not. What do you see, Auntie? Do you not see the spire roots or the fair never? Do you feel the angered wind on your spine? Can you hear the tritone cry? Mary shook her head. No, I don't understand anything that's going on in this game. Like, literally no idea what's going on. No, she said. I see a black mold and tasteless furniture. She had lived in this house too long, perhaps. So had I. So had I. If anyone has any idea what's going on, please explain it to me. Developer, if you're watching this video from YouTube, please let me know. In the distance, she could hear arterial drums. You're retiring, sir? The young soldier asked. He regarded me as something of a mentor. I nodded. You'll be fine, I said. Just remember. No Russian. I honestly wonder if anyone is understanding any of these pop culture references that I'm making. Also banana. Slammer. That's about it. Why do I buy these games that don't make sense? If I had any idea why I bought these games that made sense. That one was from the Donkey Kong television show, and No Russian was from Modern Warfare 2. The mirror goes to the niece, who yearns for ancestral knowledge. The mirror goes to the older nephew, who believes it suits his office decor. The mirror goes to the youngest nephew, who does not wish to see himself but witness beyond his creation. Damn, that is so poetic shit. We're going with that guy. Wow. Has time passed? It seems like time has passed. I met my grandfather, Thomas Tresillian, only once. He was a stern man with a forceful presence and worried temperament. Thomas disapproved of my mother, blaming her for the loss of my father because he could not blame himself. The air of death that surrounded him is perhaps why my mother took me abroad, not knowing how I would find my way back to the family through my distant cousin Walter. My family's legacy is one that involves lots and lots of bank fraud. Yes. Do it. Make it right now. I want to see how long that list is. When Vincent Tresillian's service was concluded, he could exploit the colonies for personal gain, not the empires. What? They were left to the niece who does not need reminding of her duty nor her debts. They were left to the younger nephew who wants nothing to do with the old ways of blood. Damn, that sounds like bloodborne shit. Alright. There's a lot of these. I'm gonna get this one next. This is a rose. This was left by Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. The cutting rain stung my face. I wiped the water from my eyes and continued on. It was a dark and deafening evening. Through the noise, I made out a rider approaching. As the horse came alongside, I asked, "Where am I?" The traveler shook his head. Ask the horse. He can talk. Nay. I've now included everyone in the story. Upon Vincent's bedsheets rests a gentle rose. There is no note or other indication of where it came from. I was about to say the dictator. I can't read. The caretaker did not seem sentimental nor close enough to Mr. Tresillian to leave it. Sidney, Francis, and James, his only close relatives. Oh yeah, you're right. I need to include Kay in the next one. For the past few years, he had not even left his chamber. He knew few people. Even at a young age, he refused to play the suitor. Vincent was a strapping young man, yet he never married nor, as far as his peers knew, ever pursued a relationship. But he was not above romance. Okay. Let's see. I think we got almost all of them now. What the? Is that all the family? Ah! Okay. Not even giving me a second to figure it out, huh? What is that back there? Ask the... Huh? Welcome to what? Ask station? What? Yeah, I'm curious too. I'm legitimately curious. Where has she been? Where do you want it? Just over there, my caretaker replied. The two men carried the desk to the window and set it down. Bidding me not a word, the caretaker removed them and himself from my chamber. I locked myself within the room. Gathering together some blank paper, I sat down at the desk to begin my work. I laid a page out in front of me and wrote the history of my... I winced as the window array of light blinded me. Placing down my pen, I stood from the chair. With great strain, I dragged my dresser from the wall and moved the desk where it once was, out of sight of a window. My dresser and I placed where my desk had once been. I sat down once before to write esteemed F. A nauseous pain trickled down my spine and slowly consumed me. How foolish I had been. Now my back had failed, and no work would get done today. I don't have long. There was no time for this dallying. Hunched and defeated, I retired again to bed. I nibbled crumbs of a half-eaten cucumber sandwich. Oh, okay. So now it's like where we actually are in time, because I could see that cucumber sandwich. To try and get this retching sickness to pass. It was dry and without taste. I stared for a while at the door. The caretaker would not return until it was time to bring me my dinner. Perhaps if I recovered enough, I could write him a note, see if he could procure some morphine to aid me through my pain. There was nothing left to do but close my eyes and hope that through stillness alone I might conquer this foe. The rest of the day was a painful blur. I wrote the note and managed to eat my evening meal and almost accomplished sleep. A figure observed me as I tried to deceive myself to rest. It is not yet time, I said. What? It is not yet time, I said, and merely watched, its convulsing form betraying me no response. In the morning, the caretaker finally brought my morphine. Family, I wrote at last. I gave the Y a strong flourish to complete my triumph. The history of my esteemed family. Esteemed? I was yet to write the first sentence, and already I had lied. Damn! He's saying his family sucks. I swear to God, every time I come back here, there's like 80 more things to interact with. I don't think that's normal. I sat on the floor, my back to our wall, gripping a piece of crumpled paper. Vincent, what's wrong? Alphonse asked. I'm going, I replied. I can come with you. Whatever this is. No, I said. We won't see each other again. I looked at Alphonse, but could barely see him through the tears. He was just a shifting smudge in the form of a man. Alphonse looked around. Where are your works? He said. Burnt. I stuffed the paper into my coat pocket and left. Live with the pain. We're going to live with that pain. As a young infantryman, Vincent spent time in Kabul. It was there, while patrolling a local market, that he felt something call out to him. He abandoned his companions to search for it, eventually coming to a stall in a small jade vase. He had a little of the local currency, but managed to bargain for it. Okay. What about the sword? I could swear we already interacted with the sword. Can we re-interact with stuff? It doesn't look like it because we can't interact with this phonograph. Give me the interacty thingy. Interacty thingy. There we go. My father examined the trophy. His face betrayed no expression. He read the inscription, then placed it back on the... I know all about burning your work, even if it is your best. Do you burn your work if you're not proud of it? Do you do that? It was summer holidays and I was home from boarding school. Father would have disapproved of how I really won that trophy. It certainly wasn't my being good at streaming on Twitch. Yep. I obviously suck. You've burned your stuff in the past? What did you burn? What did you burn? The sword is happy, gratified for the time being. It was left in the younger nephew who served in the cavalry. He tries to run away from his purpose but will fall like all the others. It was left to the niece as the only who could bend to her will and force restitution upon the family. Yeah, what did you burn? I need to know. Oh, the streaming on Twitch, that's what you're laughing at. I was like, what? What's so funny about burning stuff? You burn yourself a lot? Is it when you were making burritos? Is it? Oh my god. Okay. I'm aware that you asked me to not look into this further. However, the well-being of your business is not only your burden, it concerns the whole family. The accounts you have been furnished with do not tell you with the production figures and the price of ivory. Either your people are selling your goods at a fraction of their worth, in which case they are incompetent, or they are defrauding you. Either way, it is imperative that action is taken. If you do not feel well enough to resolve that matter, then I ask you to vest me the authority to do myself. Live with the pain. It's from soldering stuff, Zen. Also, one time from when I was making a burrito. Ha! Knew it! I know Ica like the back of my hand. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Ica! It was left to the younger nephew who had a gift of life as well as death. Yes, he's dead. What is this? I seriously have no idea what this is. Come on! Mask of Truth! There we go. What is this? It's letting me write literally anything. I have become one with the sun. I have become one with the sun. Boo. Poop. W. Yes. Yes. This is like my best-selling literary work called Derp. I was bored. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life, guys? What am I doing with my life? Oh God. The end. Thank God. I got the end. There we go. No, I didn't have a stroke. Don't judge me. Whoever is judging me right now. The night, a time of wonder. Do not feel, just do. Do not waste your time caring for others. Care only for yourself and others will do likewise. Anger flows through you. Yes, it will make sense now. How long have you held yourself back? By caring what others thought, what others felt, what pain they suffered. There is no morality, only you. Take your humanity. Kill it! Then there will only be this, the pure expression of fear. Nothing else. The mask falls. The mask falls from your face as your fingers go numb. So I was literally just holding this mask while screaming like this like nonsensical bullshit. How awesome. God, you need a holiday. I could not have said this better myself. Maybe like working every day and then coming home and streaming is literally driving me insane. And this is like all the thoughts in my subconscious just pouring out into a game. Like, this is how insane I've become. It was given to the elder nephew, though he was gone beyond the need for a mask. These are all my crazy delusions, guys. I hope you're enjoying. I think we got everything on that side. X, go give it to you. All right, let's go. A bottle of the finest brandy, this side of the Garonne. It is sorely tempting on this long, dark, and bitter evening. Maybe this is all a dream. Maybe I'm just stoned. Maybe we're all Animu. I think that's the most likely answer. Maybe you're Animu. How do you know I'm not? I never said I wasn't. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe Twitch is Animu. Whoa. Whoa. That'd be strange. It would be improper for an attorney to take such liberties. Nonetheless, you pick up the bottle and examine it. Light refracts in a captivating way through the second-hand brandy. Second-hand brandy, even a good provenance, is of little monetary value. It may still serve as a pleasant surprise for someone. Nobody shall notice if you take it for yourself. Obviously. There's another one. There's another one. And there's another one. And there's, oh, they're surrounding me. They're surrounding me. Oh, there's the thingy. You spin around. The figures are converging on you. The music getting louder. Deafening. I mean, I can't even hear the music slightly. I get the strangest suspicion that the developer did not turn the music on loud enough. You can't fight for the door is locked. You can't fight for there are too many. The old camphor chest creaks as you force it open. You throw sheets and pillowcases to the floor, making room. The figures get closer, and as they are nearly upon you, you climb inside. Closing your eyes, you grip the top of the chest, shut and wait. Wait. The next, I literally just sat in there until the morning. How awesome! The next morning, the caretaker comes to check on the room, and seeing the scattered bedclothes finds you in the chest, wide awake, made silly by fright. After some debate, at last he convinces you to climb out. I love how you had to debate with me. Hey, crazy person, get out of the chest. Alone in the dark, you see, the caretaker says, mind plays tricks on you, makes you see things that aren't really there. This place creeps even me out. You nod. How absurd you have been. You must have fallen asleep. Confused dream for reality. How absurd. Must have been a dream. The younger nephew. It was obvious from Vincent's will that Sidney L.T. Lanzel, his younger nephew, was his favorite, with a guile few knew he possessed. He came to lead the company and family. Once patriarch, he set about dismantling the family's world. Their base. I made him my patriarch just so he could destroy everything I've built. His siblings watched in shock as he demolished everything that gave them status, abandoning their last wealth with reparations and repayments. Nearly 20 years later, the family was without worth. It had lost all standing. Wow, I made the worst decision possible. Now we're not even rich anymore. It had lost all standing. Sidney lived in a small cottage outside London with a wife, 2 daughters, and a son raised not of a family tradition. As far as the younger nephew was concerned, the family's debts were concluded. End of Act 1. There will now be a short intermission. I have literally no idea what's happening. I destroyed everything. I've broken everything. I have become one with the poor. What happened? What is this? Wow. I can begin Act 2. Or, we're going to call it a day right here, guys. I'm going to go get some sleep because I need to prepare for the storm that's... Jesus Christ, look how pitch black it is outside. My God. Yeah, so there's a tropical storm coming this way tomorrow, and they've declared a state of emergency, so I should probably go do the preparations for that. But anyway, guys, if I'm not dead tomorrow, I will see you all then. I will see you all then. You're watching from YouTube, you should subscribe. If you're watching from Twitch, you should hit me with a follow. And I hope you guys had fun. I have literally no idea what's going on in this game. So, take whatever liberties you will with the story, because I have literally no idea what's happening. Anyway, guys, goodbye. I'm not sure what I'm going to play tomorrow, to be honest. I think I might play this some more. I think we might complete it. Later.